This is where I go to keep things straight um, for who has been assigned work and if it's in progress and if it's been completed. Now, look at all of the students here, and this isn't even all of you. This is just the people who are working on the zine this week. There's others who are still needing to get work to me, or they're off of the zine for now. Now, if we go to this student right here, he's been assigned to make a video game. Now, that's one that he chose, and also find a YouTube video. Now that those words don't exactly mean that. He has 2 pages in a little magazine that he has to produce. He doesn't produce the actual full magazine. He's just making 2 pages. And the place where you're going to make those pages is Google Drawings. Create and then Drawing in Google Drive. And when you go into Google Drawing, you go to File, Page Setup, and you're going to do a custom dimensions 3.75 by 5, and that's the total dimensions of your zine page. But this isn't the only tool that you're going to use because it's hard to use just this. So you're going to use Pixlr, which you're familiar with. Here's Pixlr. This is your zine page. But before you get to this, the creation stage, you've got to find inspiration for it. So he's got to make a video game. So he's got this old game that he likes. Now he's got to make a video game, and he's going to use Sploder.com, which is a video game creation website. You can create a retro arcade game, a platformer game, um, a classic shooter, physics, and algorithm crew, like a 3D top-down game. Anyway, you make a game here. And the inspiration, he has to find 3 inspirations for his zine page. Well, one of the things involved in the zine page is a game, so he can get one of those inspiration requirements done by finding inspiration for his video game design. But he still has to create a page in his zine. And this zine is in black and white. So he needs to have an advertisement, basically, is what it's going to boil down to. He needs to have an advertisement, and that's what his zine page, which he's going to create on this blank canvas, is going to look like. So he's creating a video game, and he's creating a advertisement page. So here's a game on Sploder, and it looks like the character in this game has a sword, and he's in a forest, and so this video game needs an advertisement. Well, I went online and searched for video game advertisements and clicked on images in Google. And I found this site, and I found a good one that I like that looks good in black and white. And this is inspiration for a video game ad. Now, this student needs 3 inspirations. He had 1 that helped him design the video game, and he needs 2 for this advertisement. Well, I'm just going to give you an example of I'm going to go off of this one, base everything off of this one advertisement. So if you're noticing in this ad up at the top, there's like this artwork. The actual video game, you can see a screenshot of it down here. It's a really old Activision video game for maybe the Atari. And the game did not look as good as the artwork. So, and typically games nowadays, they don't look as good as the artwork in the advertisement. But they're closer. So I'm going to make this ad on that blank canvas. So where that would begin is I need to find art. Now, I need to find some artwork that relates to my video game. Here's the video game. It's in a forest. So I went to Google and typed sword, forest, game, art. And I'm looking for images. I like this one a lot. That might look good on a black and white page. I think this one is the one I'm going to use. It gives this sense that there's 2 players involved. It's a cooperative video game, but it can't be perfect here in a couple minutes. So I'm saving this to the desktop. And then I'm going to open that image in Pixlr. Now I need to get this piece of art to look similar to this art. So I need to crop it down. So I'm going to crop. Maybe I will just choose one. And then I don't give the impression that there's multiple people. So I'm now cropping it down, and there's that art. So I'm going to save it. I can save it as a JPEG or as a PNG. It doesn't have to be transparent, unless you want to make it transparent. I'm going to load it in here. So here's my Google Drawing, insert image, choose an image to upload, and on my desktop I have the saved image that I just worked on in Pixlr. Now it might be gigantic, so we'll see. Nope. I'm going to drag it up to the top. And so there's that. Now I probably could crop it a little bit more. It's not the same. It doesn't look identical to the original. This one's a little more narrow than mine right now, but let's go with it. So then I need text, and I like the boldness of this black and white. So of this black font. So let me go into here. I'm going to insert a text box. Set down the microphone. And I'm gonna kind of copy right now and not come up with anything original. If you can't stand the heat, get out of the Arctic. If you can't stand the heat, get out of the forest. Does it have an exclamation point? No, period. Now I need to make it bigger, and I need to change the font. Now on Google, you have unlimited amounts of fonts you can choose from, thousands of them. You're presented with a limited few at the start, but then you get a lot more. Let's go with impact. Let's see what this looks like in comparison. One thing I notice about the fonts is that they really are smashed together a lot, so I might want to just get it the size I want and go. I'm losing track of all my tabs here. Can't stand, I'll just use that as one box. Get it to be a larger size. A little bit larger here, 30. Now I can change the font. I don't think this impact font is looking very good. Let's find more fonts. Let's see what Oswald looks like. I like that better. If you can't stand, I'm going to copy and paste. So anyway, this is the way you go about this. And the thing about that advertisement is that it didn't really have a whole lot of empty space. So I need to get my text up here, and I need to work on that. And then maybe there's a description of this, of the game that's here. Maybe rules for play. Maybe an introduction to the story. And then there's a screenshot. Screenshots can be, you can use the print screen button on your computer. You press print screen, and then you are able to paste that into Microsoft Paint. Let's see if it works in Pixlr. I just press paste. It doesn't. Let me see if there's a screenshot tool. There doesn't seem to be. Screenshots are something you could look how to create a screenshot of your game, and I can actually talk to you about that tomorrow. I'll look more up after this video. But then you go about making your page in that way on here, and then when you're done with it, you go File. Now you don't need to save anything; it's automatically going to save to your Google Drive as a drawing, which is great. But then you're going to go File and Download, and you can download it as a JPEG or PNG, and then you're going to email that to me. If you put it in your Google Drive folder that you've shared with my email address, I'll have access to it. So you won't have to really share anything with me. But I would prefer if you send it directly to me. That's probably the easiest way to make sure that it gets to me. Make sure I notice that you completed it. So you can download it, as a PNG file. You save it to the desktop. You attach it to an email. Um, it's somewhere else. It's in another folder. But you then send that to me, and there it is. Because it will be printing on white, so this is a PNG, so it has a transparent background, sort of automatically in Google Drawing.